Good morning, my Real News Midday TV family. Thank you so much for tuning in this morning for another news update for Sunday, August 31, 2025. And I'm wishing for everyone a wonderful and a blessed Sunday. And in the news this morning, 48-year-old man killed in crash along Spanish Town bypass. The St. Catherine North Traffic Department is conducting an investigation into a motor vehicle crash along the Spanish Town bypass, which resulted in the death of a man and injuries to a bystander. Dead is Wakeham Hyman, a 48-year-old resident of Luke Road, Green Acres, St. Catherine. Reports are that about 11:50 p.m. Thursday, Hyman was driving a Honda Civic motor car towards Kingston when he made a U-turn, and a Toyota Mark X motor car traveling in the same direction slammed into the back of his vehicle. The impact caused both the cars to skid across the roadway, severely injuring a female bystander. Hammond was thrown from his vehicle and bled profusely from head injuries. He was later pronounced dead at hospital. The driver of the Toyota Mark X motor car has been warned for prosecution. Fire leaves a family homeless in Portland. A family of 4 is now homeless after fire of unknown origin gutted their 6-bedroom concrete house at Anchovy Gardens in Portland on Saturday while they were at a church worshiping. 2 fire units, one from Port Antonio and the other from Buff Bay, some 18 miles away, along with a private water trucking unit, fought the blaze, which started shortly before 2 p.m. Firefighters said that the fire destroyed the furniture and the electrical appliances. Firefighters are searching for clues to determine how the fire started. It is not yet known if the building was insured. St. James man charged with assault following knife attack. A 23-year-old St. James resident has been charged after he allegedly entered a man's house and attacked him with a knife. Melvin Ricketts of Peaceview, Albion, has been charged with assault at a common law and malicious destruction of property following the incident in his community on Friday. The Montego Bay police say about 7 p.m., Ricketts reportedly entered the man's house and attacked him. During the attack, it is alleged that Ricketts also threw stones at the man's house, damaging several windows. A report was made to the police and Ricketts was arrested after turning himself in. He was subsequently charged. A court date for him is being finalized. Manchester construction worker charged for allegedly breaking into neighbor's house. 20-year-old William Allison, otherwise called Willie, a construction worker of Somerset Heights, Greenville, Manchester, has been charged with 2 counts of housebreaking and larceny following 2 incidents in his community. The Mandeville police say on August 15 and August 26, Allison forcefully entered the house of a neighbor and stole several items, including an assortment of engine oils, transmission oils, alcoholic beverages, and a bottle of cologne. The incidents were reported and an investigation was launched, which led to Allison being arrested on Tuesday during a police operation. He was subsequently charged on Friday following a question and answer session in the presence of a justice of the peace. Allison is set to appear before the Manchester Parish Court on September 4. Road deaths up 4% this year, says ITA. There has been a 4% increase in road fatalities this year when compared with a similar period in 2024. As of Friday, August 29, some 256 people have been killed in 224 fatal crashes since the start of the year. This represents 11 more fatalities this year when compared to the similar period last year. Fatal crashes are up 5%. The latest statistics were revealed on Friday by the Island Traffic Authority. Meanwhile, the ITA is reporting that motorcyclists account for 71 or 28% of all fatalities since the start of the year. Private motor vehicle drivers account for 50 or 20%, pedestrians account for 47 or 18%, Private motor vehicle passengers accounted for 44 or 17%, and the pedal cyclist accounted for 17 or 7% of fatalities since the start of the year. Vulnerable road users, the category made up of motorcyclists, pillion passengers, pedestrians, and the pedal cyclists, accounted for 57% of all fatalities since the start of the year. Overall, passengers account for 25% of the road deaths. In the meantime, male account for 84%, while female accounted for 16% of all fatalities since the start of the year. EOJ reports a 57% turnout among Special Services voters. The Electoral Office of Jamaica is reporting that there was a 57% voter turnout among Special Services personnel on Friday for the general election. For the by-elections in the electoral divisions of Chancery Hall, Olympic Gardens, and Denham Town, the overall voter turnout was 50%, the EOJ said. Special services include police officers, military personnel, and election day workers. Friday's turnout compares to a special services voter turnout of 56% in the 2020 general election and 63% in the 2016 polls. According to the EOJ, 25,938 special services electors voted Friday of a total of 45,455 who were eligible to vote. During special services voting, each elector's ballot was placed into an envelope corresponding with his or her constituency and or electoral division. The sorting of the envelopes containing ballot papers cast commenced after the close of polls, the EOJ said. The Electoral Office explained that while it has determined how many ballots have been received, there is no indication of how many votes each candidate has received, as the envelopes remain sealed and vaulted until the counting on election day. The special services ballots will be transferred to the returning officers for the respective constituencies and deposited at predetermined polling stations on election day. The ballots will then be counted together with the ballots cast on September 3, the EOJ said. Interdicted cop reports he was not allowed to vote with other police officers. Corporal Rohan James, former chairman of the Jamaica Police Federation, who is on interdiction from the Jamaica Constabulary Force, has complained that he was prevented from casting his ballot on Friday as Special Services elector. Corporal James, who is engaged in a legal battle with the police high command, told the news that the names of other officers on interdiction and the suspension were also not included on the list submitted by the JCF to the Electoral Office of Jamaica. Corporal James is contesting his interdiction and the disciplinary charges stemming from statements he made in July 2023, which were critical of the JCF's leadership. The JCF contended that his comments breached the force orders and brought the organization into disrepute. Corporal James told the news that, to the best of his knowledge, the removal from the police voters list of the names of officers facing disciplinary proceedings is unusual. He is therefore questioning the authority on which the police high command acted.
This morning I went to cast my ballot as usual. I normally vote at the Denham Town High School. I checked and I was told that my name would have been on the list to be voting today. On my arrival, I tendered my identification card and I was told by the persons who are from the EOJ that my name was not on the list. Shockingly, when I checked otherwise, my name have been removed from the police voters list, as well as others who are on suspension, interdiction, and to now cause EOJ to be having them as being not a known profession. And consequently, those of us who were disenfranchised today will now have to go and cast our ballots come next Wednesday. It is unfortunate, and it is a retrograde step on the part of High Command and a total disrespect to the men and women who are serving the Jamaica Constabulary Force.
Guys, thanks for watching. Please join us this afternoon at 2 p.m. for another news update.